In the 2012 Champions Mile, and they're off and racing in the BMW. The favourite, one of the last out. Cityscape's going to settle near last. Fair Trade taken back, and Able One won the break, but Extension's put right up on the speed. Lucky Nine coming across. Then African Story, Beauty Flash beaten for speed as Jeff Lloyd takes the 9-year-old to the front. Able One steadies the speed now from Lucky Nine. Extension, African Story winds up in a good spot. Beauty Flash 3 back the fence. Mooser goes forward around Glorious Days. Now Cityscape, he's improving his position 3 wide together with King's Rose. Nolan lets the filly go around the field. Ambitious Dragon strung up between runners in the second half of the field. Fair Trade's over racing from Admiration, Destined for Glory, and Sunny King is last of all. It's the 2 veterans bobbing along in the lead. Able One being handled by Jeff Lloyd, out by a half length to Lucky Nine. King's Rose strides to third, not pushing the issue. Extension with a nice run fourth. Then African Story, Mooser the outside, followed by Beauty Flash. Fair Trade's covering ground on the outside of Glorious Days, being pushed along by Coetzee now. Likewise Doyle on Cityscape, and he's looking to push to the outside. Cityscape as they turn, but he can't get off the back of Fair Trade. Into the straight now. Able One being joined by Lucky Nine. The pair go stride for stride. Extension's coming off hills with a great run. Then Glorious Days into the clear. It's Able One being tackled by Lucky Nine. Extension, Ambitious Dragon the fence. Glorious Days in the centre. Great finish. Extension goes through and makes it back-to-back victories. Extension from Glorious Days. Third maybe Ambitious Dragon from Lucky Nine, and Able One it's close for third. Then African Story from Mooser. Admiration, Sunny King, Fair Trade, Cityscape not getting much room from King's Rose, Beauty Flash, and Destined for Glory. James McDonald finding the gap, and he accelerated brilliantly. Extension making it back-to-back wins. Extension, number 6, the forgotten runner of the field, really, with his credentials. 17-1, thank you. Defeating number 7, Glorious Days. Third will go to number 5, Lucky Nine. A stride past the post, Ambitious got it. A stride before the post, it's Lucky Nine. 6-7 and a photo. There's the shutter cam, and Lucky Nine just had the head arched out perfectly to hang on for third. Then Ambitious Dragon and Able One. Put in a lovely spot by James McDonald. Extension. He was in the box seat until the point of time at the furlong. He had to pull him off the heels of the 2 leaders, find the gap, but Glorious Days was holding his ground. There wouldn't have been a great deal of room there. But, well, if we see James McDonald riding here in the Hong Kong in the near future.
First, second, third, fourth and fifth.
Barrier 7 for Cityscape, and he just knuckled slightly, and that's all you need in this level, and all of a sudden he's on the back foot. Extension's ahead of him. James McDonald was positive out of the gates with Able One, the stablemate. Glorious Days jumped well, and then as they sorted themselves out, he got a little bit off the bit, but ooh, very tight. Destined for Glory got flattened there. Looks, I think, Ambitious Dragon, not sure if it was him who came on him or not, but as they sorted themselves out, 25.05 this first section, and King's Rose, well, the mare or the filly, she's been left 4 wide, no cover. Fair Trade on her back, Mooser 3 deep. But we had Able One, Lucky Nine, Extension on the leader's back. 1 out, 1 back for African Story. Mooser outside him. King's Rose, she rolled forward into a 3 wide position. Fair Trade wider, and he kept Cityscape in. Glorious Days, you can see Felix Coetzee just niggling at that horse, but you take that into account. So Cityscape's been outside the runner-up. Ambitious Dragon back to the inside. Destined for Glory and Sunny King back there. James McDonald, it could have got, well, it did get a little tricky. You know, can see the field well bunched here, and I don't know how Felix managed to get out on Glorious Days here, but it's been a good bit of riding to manage to weave a path through there. Lucky Nine goes for home, and well, you'd think with a slowly run race he'd take a bit of beating. Preble held that running line, so James McDonald has to wait and come to the outside of him. Glorious Days opened up nicely for him. Cityscape marginally held up, but then he had clear running and just couldn't really finish off that well today. What else is closed off all right? African Story had his chance. Ambitious Dragon up the insides, closed off quite well.
Mooser ran on okay towards the end as well.